cemeteries.
And it all has to do with Sling County
That's
people,
not the
so.
correct title of it. But you did a survey on the cemetery at Bryant in 1991.
Yeah.
Oh, at Bryant?
Yes, Bryant Cemetery. And you said you
I believe
double
it.
checked those. You laid out a plat. Went this direction and you went this.
Yeah.
All right, and you said you compared those to a cemetery, I'm going to say association, but that wasn't what it was, of Arkansas. And verified those names.
Yeah.
And now, tell me the name of that. What I want to know is the name of it.
Well, there is the Saline County Cemeteries, volumes 1 through 5.
But this was Arkansas State.
Yeah. There are some in Saline counties. There are Arkansas cemetery books, but they're not complete at all.
Oh.
So I don't know where. When I started working, the cemeteries weren't cataloged, and so
Yeah, you cataloged that.
yeah, because I have people.
Doris
Because I've
Walker
got
did
that.
some a long time ago.
I probably couldn't find it if I
But
tried.
it was in the
And
Sling
I
County.
don't know where I got this, but it is a 1920 Saline County, Arkansas, Owen Township.
That's me.
That's you?
It almost has to be.
Well, it says transcribed by Atkins.
Oh, that's George Atkins at the Saline County History and Heritage
Yeah.
Society,
But I don't know where I got it, but I must have got it at the library.
or the SCHHS.
And it just gives all the names and all the names and if they were daughters or wives, it was in this area. And I went through it and
And all kinds of people didn't.
all kinds of people there. So
Is that
I got all of
Collegeville?
that. Huh?
Is that Collegeville?
It's Owenville.
It's Owen Township, which is,
Township.
so if they found
That
Bryant,
Kirkpatrick?
From Owen.
Well, they were part of Owen Township.
Well, they don't go, it doesn't go, it goes by where they,
where they lived, the
Yeah.
order they lived in.
yeah.
One time they were.
What that's was,
Well, how many graves are unmarked there?
Lots.
Lots.
And
Okay.
even in the older section, but you'd be surprised at the people that don't put that's been buried lately.
I put one on an unmarked grave sometime in my past.
Yeah. So, but some of them, the only thing they had around them was little rocks.
Oh, okay, yes.
And it's a very, very difficult cemetery to
mow.
Very different because.
Does anybody know about the Owen Creek Cemetery on Hilldale Road?
Yeah, I've seen that one.
Okay.
That's not too far from me.
There's no tombstones.
Yeah,
It's just
rocks.
rocks. I know who's buried there, and we put it on
Yeah, thing there.
we bought a stone and put the names of people who were buried there, but
Yeah. Well, it's a very hard cemetery to mow, and so
I
We're
don't
just
know.
kind of
easy.
but we are. Me and Edwin is looking to get off. He's 78, and he's got problems with his shoulders real bad, and
I've got a Z mower and someone who might do it if I pay.
well, we have enough money for probably
Well,
another year.
I would do my contribution and pay him myself. if
Yeah,
he'll
well,
do
we've
it.
done that too.
But I'm not gonna go mow it.
Yeah, but we've done that too, so. But I've got a.
And finding people to do any work is impossible.
I've got a document of the appointment of the trustees too, and it just is the Reverend Paul, the pastor of the First Methodist Church in Bryant, and it's saying that they give over to the trustees, and it says Kelly Greer was the first one. Kelly Greer was great at this. We're not great at it. We're more like peons. You tell us what to do and we can do it.
Well,
But we're not.
Contact me about being a trustee, okay? I
Okay,
have to think about it,
okay,
but I'm interested.
okay. I didn't think about you before. I should have.
Mm.
And Edwin Hester and Jesse Gamble, and Kelly Greer moved away, and so did Jesse Gamble. And so Edwin appointed Robert Court, who has family there, and grew up here. Everybody knows Robert, and he's a good guy. And he is in the same situation. Him and his wife, they did a wonderful job. They cleaned the cemetery for years and did a wonderful job, but she passed away, and it just got more than he could do. And
You
I'd
said
like
there
to get
were three church denominations in that building. Well,
at different times,
there was it started Methodist because of
Yeah.
Medlocks.
yeah,
And then I know it became a missionary Baptist. What was in between?
I don't know,
You don't know?
I don't know. It just says 3 churches.
Well, that Owen Creek Cemetery I was talking about, it also was the site of a Methodist church and cemetery, 2 acres deeded. And when they went to sell it in the 1900s, they had to get signed off by the Methodist church hierarchy in Little Rock.
And, well, see, they went to Little Rock first, and it's the first Episcopal,
Yeah, there was no one left of
Yeah.
that church, so they went to the nearest authority who was Methodist to.
the Church of the Methodist Episcopal Church South was to be the minister of the cemetery. We'd like to give it back to the Methodist Church.
How many people here know a cemetery that needs care or somebody to clean it up? Don't we all?
We all.
Yes.
I mean, you know that one down Highway 5
Well, now,
last?
we only used to clean it back years and
Used
years
to have
ago.
Decoration Day or.
Yeah, 2 times a year probably, spring and summer. I do know that at one time,
That didn't get passed on to the
we were
younger
cleaning it.
people.
And this little lady, she was pretty old, I looked at her, and she was pretty old, and we were raking, and she kept raking and raking and raking. This old lady could rake rings around me, and I just kept wondering, and I just kept wondering who she was, because I knew that I should know her, you know. And it was Robert Court's mother. She
Who was originally a-
is kin to Johnny Hurleman.
Hurleman, she was a Hurleman.
She's a Hurleman, and Edwin's aunt is Meta Kaiser, who is a Hurleman. The Meta Kaiser is still out in her yard, 90 years old, out in her yard. If you see one
Leave.
leave that place, she's out there to get it, I'm telling you.
And it's a big yard.
And it's a huge yard with a big garden, and she's out there every day.
And I told her that's what keeps her young.
That's right, that's why she's 90 years old.
Yeah, but that runs in the genes, because her sister did the same thing till she got to where she's in a nursing home now. But she was very hardy.
Johnny was in his 90s.
I know, I went to his funeral. What, were y'all there? Yeah.
We got all those Germans.
Yeah.
You said you had some good stories you were going to tell us. We're waiting.
Well, they were just like stories about genealogy, though. It was stories. Have you ever been in Collegeville Cemetery at night?
No, there's a ghost.
You don't want
Supposed to be a
to.
ghost, yeah.
I saw a ghost there.
Yeah, no, you don't want to. And I can remember if there's cars coming through a cemetery, you know, on the road, these monuments will give off a glow.
Green glow.
And I can remember as a teenager going
Oh,
back.
yeah, teenager, that's when I was.
Yeah,
Teenager.
yeah.
Does anybody know about the rock wall that was not in front of the cemetery, but right beside it, there's a rock wall?
Oh, yes, yes.
Now, they tore it down and now there's just one column. That was Medlock's place, too.
Yes.
That was part of the place.
Nancy told me Nancy Billings Thompson told me there were some graves out there too. And that,
I wouldn't doubt it. But you know, the Kirkpatrick Cemetery down in Bryant, the one y'all did up?
That's my great grandfather.
Okay, but they're associated with the Medlocks and
Yes.
Donahues. That's their place there.
Yeah, she married Paisley Kirkpatrick, died in 1852, and then in 1860 she had 2 daughters died, and I'm thinking, well, they're a week apart, and I'm thinking she must have gotten ill too, because then she married Medlock in 61, and then she died in 62. And what's interesting about that is she we believe, we don't know for sure, but she's buried there by Paisley. And there's a monument there, it doesn't have her name on it, it just says in memory of my mother.
Oh,
And then, but the footstone had E.K.M., Elizabeth Kirkpatrick Medlock.
mhm.
So I'm pretty sure she's buried there.
And you know, Andrew Hunter's,
But then he's buried with his third wife, I believe, down in the Collegeville Cemetery.
you know, Andrew Hunter's house is right down the road from the Kirkpatrick Cemetery.
But he got all the Kirkpatrick land after.
Yeah. And he was a Methodist priest, he was very prominent, and he and the Medlocks were very close. And so I know he preached down there at that
Yeah.
Collegeville church.
Yeah, well,
Dentist office now,
it's getting full.
is that not?
Yeah.
They are burying now in the front. And pretty soon, there would be no parking there at all, because there's no parking anywhere.
That's the problem, if you wanted to have a cemetery day, the church doesn't want anybody on their land, and there's
Oh,
no,
how did you know that?
well, there's no place for people to gather. There's no place for people to park or have a
Yeah,
picnic or
no.
set up a
But the church
tent.
does not want, they'd even put a fence up now.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you wish to park back there when we go to funerals there?
No, we used to park there at the church.
Yeah.
That's what I mean,
Over
at the
there.
church where they put that fence.
Were you going there